Enjoy all episodes of the RCWR Show on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, Stitcher, Tunein Radio, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio.
We got some breaking news we need to share with you guys, and I want to give a shout out to one of our longtime listeners. He checks us out on our radio editions, and he checks us out on our live web shows on YouTube. Garrick, breaking news. Thank you, Garrick, as I was checking it up during our talk there of Ferguson and Eric Garner. Throughout the UFC 181 preliminary card tonight, UFC had teased a huge announcement during the pay-per-view portion of the show. CM Punk had joined Joe Rogan during the podcast and announced that he had signed a contract with UFC. Direct quote, "I have a limited window like all fighters do, and I'm here for a fight," Punk said. "This is my new career, 100%. Punk told Rogan in the interview. He mentioned that he signed a multi-fight deal. Direct quote, "I have respect for everyone who fights in the UFC, and by the time I'm done, they'll respect me," Punk said. He said that he'll likely be competing at middleweight or welterweight, but light heavyweight is completely out of the question. UFC President Dana White had said earlier in the week that he hoped to talk to CM Punk. White said that if Punk were to join the UFC, he'd face someone with a record comparable to his, which is 0-0. Big news right there, Tammy. Your thoughts on that? As we need to know, CM Punk is a huge MMA fan. He has been an MMA fan for many years now. Talk about a big move right there.
Well, it sounds like what he's trying to do is follow his heart. You know, he's already stated on numerous occasions that he's a big MMA fan, a big UFC fan. You know, in that interview that he did with Coco Cabana, he basically did say, you know, in one of those things of what WWE would not let him do is he wanted to escort one of his friends to the ring. And WWE said, "Oh, no, that's just too much. No, we can't do that. It's too barbaric." You know, so at this point, it sounds like he's doing what he wants to do. He's following his heart, and you know what? Nothing but the best. You know what? I hope this is something that truly makes him happy, and it's something that he really, really is excited about.
And very passionate about, and that he's definitely going to see it through no matter what. If it means he accumulates injuries, as we know, that's what those particular type of fighters, they always face. I mean, it's the severity of it is very high, very high. I definitely wish him nothing but success in the UFC. I mean, the last time we had a pro wrestler go into this field and was like making headlines from a national standpoint, it was Brock Lesnar. And we saw he went on to become the UFC champion. We saw Dave Bautista. He tried, and you know, he got one victory, and we haven't seen him get back into it since. I guess he kind of realized that Father Time maybe wasn't really on his side, and maybe that's why he decided to not get back into MMA. The late Sean O'Hare, he had somewhat of a decent run in MMA. Ken Shamrock. There's definitely a list of pro wrestlers that have gone into the MMA in the past. Do you think he'll be successful? Just, you know, looking into the crystal ball a little bit, do you think he'll be successful? Just taking what we know about him from that entertainment standpoint in the WWE, and what we've been able to find out about him over the years as far as his passion and his drive and all that. How far do we see him going in the UFC? Can he become champion?
That depends on really three factors. One, and it sounds like they're already really quite a bit behind him, which is the company. You know what? How much they believe in CM Punk. Which it seems like, from reports of what we're hearing, it seems like that's already, you know, a big okay for that particular point. The second point is, okay, how much is he willing to commit? How much is he willing to put in? I mean, we already know that he loves the product. How much work is he willing to do? And it seems to be that that's already pretty much in place, because he already has stated his love for the product, and as far as what the product stands for. Now, the missing piece to that is how well recepted the fans are going to have CM Punk be. And also the WWE fans, are they going to then follow him over to UFC? So that's the missing piece of that. How well, that is received. So basically, for the most part, as far as an opinion, I think he can do anything he sets his mind to.
I agree. Now he's going to get those sponsors that he was talking about earlier, having sponsors on his little boxer shorts.
Yeah, I think he's got to prove himself. He's got to prove himself. Yeah. But as far as going forward and once he's proved himself, I think the sky's the limit.
This is a awesome transition. It is a really great transition for him. It really is.
I think so. Yeah. I think so, and I think it's, I hate to get all mushy, but a lot of times there are certain things that in life that happen, but there's always a saying that I've always said, even from when I was a young child, when God doesn't close a door without opening a window. Just because one thing has closed does not mean that something better is not going to come from that. And it seems like this is the way it seems, but it seems like this deal that he just struck with the UFC seems to be his window.
It does. So for those of you that are wrestling fans and the whole WWE deal, it's safe to say for 2015, 2016, don't look for CM Punk in the WWE. And the way WWE has their contract set up right now, they don't want any wrestler to basically double dip. No double dipping. Remember, we've heard the rumblings over the years about Brock Lesnar entertaining the idea of trying to do UFC and the WWE, or getting the itch to go back to the UFC. WWE, I think they have a proven track record that they're not going to allow their talent to double dip. It's either you do the WWE full time, or hey, best to you in your future endeavors. So now you can't help but wonder if Brock Lesnar may be next, Tammy, because if Brock Lesnar really is getting that itch to go back to fighting, and him and Dana White, they talk constantly. We would never see it, unfortunately. We would never see it, but
right,
Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk.
Right, because they're in two different weight classes.
Yeah. And I seriously doubt CM Punk is going to put on. I don't see that happening. And as far as Brock Lesnar dropping down all that muscle mass, I don't see that happening either. I don't. It sucks what's going on with Tito Ortiz, because him and Dana White, they have just been going back and forth. They got this love-hate relationship thing going on. I don't know if, the two of them will ever see eye to eye, but I think he'd be a good opponent for CM Punk. I'm looking at a guy like King Mo Lao. I think he'd be another one that'd be pretty good for CM Punk, like somewhere down the road. Of course, he's going to get the softballs, but I'm just thinking about the people that would really compliment him well. And that's just a couple of names out there. You MMA fans out there, I definitely want to hear from you guys. So definitely represent. Give us your thoughts on this matter throughout social media.
Attention all sports fans. Are you looking for some amazing customized items for your man cave? Visit GatorMats.com. Licensed by the NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA, and most colleges. They offer fan mats of your favorite sports teams. This high quality made fan mat will take your fan cave to the next level. Check out GatorMats.com for fan mats, car mats, even shower mats. They got you covered. Every custom fan mat is made in the USA and promises to satisfy every fan. That's GatorMats.com. Makes a great gift idea. All your friends will want one. Get yours today at GatorMats.com. The sports fan mats like no other.